Okay, today's date is 3/29/23, and we're going to talk about the triangle inequality. Triangle inequality. Triangle inequality. Triangle inequality.
It's like a borrow.
Yes. Triangle inequality. Your triangle inequality. Do you remember when we first started drawing with the compass that there was one triangle that did not connect?
Yeah.
Remember, it was like two circles like this.
Okay.
Okay.
I think it was like 4 and 4.
It was actually number 7. It had a 2 and a 7 in there. And the reason it did not connect was because of the triangle inequality theorem. No, these are sides. So, measures 2, 4, and 7. And, I mean, just, it looked something like this, right? When we did it. It didn't meet. And the reason it didn't meet is because it didn't do the inequality. Didn't meet this theorem. So it says, the theorem is, let me see, how do I say this to you? Okay. The sum of the two smaller sides has to be bigger than the longest side. Now, it might not make sense to you right now, but it will once I kind of break it down. We go over.
So the two smallest sides have to add up bigger than the longest one. So like if it was 7 and...
So let me show you the example that did not work.
Because that adds up to 6. But if it was like, what if it was 3 and 4? Would that still work? No.
It has to be bigger.
Oh, so it would have to be 4
No.
and 4.
Yeah. So
Little birdie.
this says the sum. Okay, what does sum mean?
Flat.
Add. It actually means like the answer to an addition problem. To add. So if I add the two smaller sides of a triangle, it has to be bigger than the longest side. So when I add them, it has to be bigger than your longest side. This on the bottom of my example here. Here's the example that did not work. Here's the example that did not work.
So 2 plus 4 is 6.
What are your two smaller sides?
2 and 4.
So let's add 2 plus 4.
6.
6. But I need, when I add these two smaller ones, it has to be greater than the longest side. So is 6, is the alligator eating the bigger number?
Can it be equal to?
No. Do I have an equal to sign?
Nar.
No. Has to be greater than. So, in a triangle, okay, I drew an obtuse triangle. Let's say this is A, B, and C. Which one's the longest side? C. No. C. C is your longest side. So I have to be able to add A sides in the sides, not the angle, sides. I have to be able to add angle A plus angle B has to be greater than the side C. So that's a visual example of what we wrote down in words. Oh, I wonder who called me.
If C is like 6, B and A would have to be 3 and 4. Or higher.
Or higher. Yeah. So if I have a triangle,
Is there a limit on how much higher you can go?
no. I mean, I can have a triangle that's 100 centimeters. But who would want to do that? All right, let's say I have 8, 7, and 5. I did not draw it to scale. 100% not drawn to scale. Okay, so is this triangle possible? Can I actually construct this triangle?
Yes.
Yes. Why?
Because 5 plus 7 equals 12, which is bigger than 8.
I want to know if the sum of the two smaller sides is question mark bigger than your longest side, right? 5 plus 7 is 12. Is 12 greater than 8? Yes. So I can give you the tools and you can actually draw this. I regret drawing this triangle. The way you're going to see it is not by a triangle. They're going to say, that's how they're going to say, can you create a 2, 4, 9 triangle? That's how they're going to ask it.
Nope.
Can you create a 2, 4, 9 triangle? Question mark. So then you write this down as an example. So if it's on your homework, you can go back to and be like, oh yeah, that's right. That's how I'm supposed to do it. What am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to add the two smaller numbers. 2 plus 4, is that greater than 9? Question mark. I got 8. Is 8 greater than 9?
Nar.
No. Even if the numbers are out of order, if I give you the biggest number first, you have to see, like, okay, what's the two smallest numbers? One more in our notes.
Wait, what the heck? 2 plus 4 doesn't equal 8.
Did I write no on my notes? Yeah. Can you create a 5, 5, 10 triangle? Question mark.
No. No.
Yes.
No, it has to be
Yes, you can, bro.
It'd be equilateral.
So,
That's exactly
no.
You can't.
This, if we can, it would be isosceles, right? Not equilateral.
Oh yeah, never mind.
Okay? So, 5 plus 5 is greater than 10? Question mark.
Nope.
Is 10 greater than 10? No.
Equal.
It has to be equal.
I think it's raining.
So, we are not, it can't be equal. It has to be bigger. But even if it's just 0.1 bigger, that's okay. It has to be bigger. Can you create a 5, 5, 10 triangle? No. So sometimes kids are like, oh yeah, it's equal to each other, so we're good. Nope, it has to be one bigger. If you have an equilateral triangle, like, okay, one more. Can you create a 7, 7, 7 triangle?
No. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Which are my two smallest numbers?
7.
7 plus 7. Is 7 plus 7 greater than a 7?
Yes.
14 greater than 7? Yes.
But if those 3 and 4 and 7, you can't. Cause
Right. And in geometry, when you get in high school, they will give you this, which I'm not going to do with you. I mean, I'm doing it right now. Can you create what numbers can I use if I have 5, 2, and question mark? So what measurements can satisfy that question mark? And you'll figure out like, oh, it could be these numbers or these numbers, and that you'll do in high school. So in 7th grade, we give you all 3 numbers, and you got to figure out yes or no. In high school, they'll give you 2 numbers, and you got to figure out what the third number could be. You
I feel
can
like a 7.
I feel like it's 6.
the 7 work.
No,
No.
that's equal.
That,
8.
so it'd be 8 or above, right?
Yeah.
No, wait.
8 or below. No, 7.
7 or below.
7 or below.
7 or below.
No, wait, just 6.
Yeah, 6. Because this equals 7, right? So this has to be the bigger side, right? 7 is greater than question mark.
So then that's easy.
So it'd be 6, right?
Yeah.
But what if 5's your biggest number?
Now what? Then it has to be like 6 or above.
So there's 2 limitations.
4.
It's either like, oh, these 2 are your smallest numbers, or this is your biggest number. So it's pretty cool to do it in high school. I'll let those high school teachers do it.
Well, maybe I'll teach you in 10 minutes. Bro, I was getting mad when everyone was like, no,
Alright.
What did your kid do? To you? How to scratch you yet?
Yeah.
No?
I told you.
Hey. Anthony, does it sleep with you?
It's pretty.
He's like,
Just add. It's pretty easy.
I don't know. He said I might have got his cat.
Chair down.
How do you might have gotten the
Because I heard on meow.
Wait, like randomly? Did your mom get for you randomly?
No, it was you lying.
Wait, so we just write yes?
You're gonna write the inequality. Sophia, did you need a homework log? Did you turn in your homework?
What's her name? Valentino? Cairo?
Alright, so
It came to me like that. It was given to me. Why do you know that? Bro, it was given to me by my aunt. You know that, right?
Busy.
Chloe. Blackster.
That's what it said. It's like a boy name.
That's a boy name. That's a girl name.
Wait, is it a girl or a boy?
It was just random. Oh wait, do you sleep with it? Or does it sleep with it?
okay.
Does it sleep in the living room on the couch?
Okay, Aiden, we're still recording over here. Alright, so here's how you're going to get a grade for this. Determine if the three lengths can be the measures of sides of triangles. So you're going to write the inequality. Now notice that they're out of order. Notice that they're out of order, right? So which two numbers do I add?
3 and 8.
Why 3 and 8? Yes. Again, they're out of order.
Oh.
Is that equal to the longest line of 9? So 3 plus 8 is... No. 11 is greater than 9? Yes. So that's what I'm looking for.
Yes.
Does it matter? Does it
No.
matter what order we add?
Both a yes or a no.
No.
I'm looking for all of this.
Do we need to add units?
No.
Number 2 is a no.
No.
Do we have to put the
That's a
yes with the exclamation mark?
Of course.
Oh man.
So, I'm looking for the inequality. This is an inequality. When you have a greater than or less than symbol, it's called an inequality.
Oh, I already did it.
I'll correct the assignment in a second. Let's look at the back of your homework. Let's look at it. Everybody. Okay, let's look at number 11 because number 11 will help us do number 14. These are vertical angles. These two are vertical from each other. What does that mean? They're opposite. One's on the left and one's on the right. Do you guys see that? They're opposite. What's the main purpose of vertical angles? They're congruent, which is a fancy word for equals. So these two are equal to each other. So if this is 92, what is this? 92. So 92 is equal to x. So this side is equal to this side. Does that make sense? So these are vertical. Now if this is y, let's just call it y for now. If this is y, then what's this? Well, y. We're one step before. Hold on. If this is y, then this is y. Do you guys see that? They're the same. They're not equal to 180. They're not equal to 90. These two are equal to each other. Y is equal to y. Okay? Does that make sense? So these two are equal, and these two are equal. Now, this would be 88, and this would be 88. That's because these two make a straight line, right? And then I would set 92 plus y, Aiden, is equal to 180, right? But you start off by telling me that these two are equal to each other. Did your homework out?
I got that right.
Huh?
I got it right.
Okay. Let me see. Okay. So, we'll use Aiden as the example. So, he got this one right. This same understanding, the same idea, needs to be used here. This is like y and y. This is like y, and this is like y up here. Do you guys see? I'm trying to like make it easy for you. So you see how these two are equal to each other? So guess what? What are these two? equal to each other. Are they equal to 180? No. So what Aiden did was he put these two together and made it equal to 180. So if I put these two together, are they going to be creating a straight line? No, they wouldn't. So what you need to do right now, including Aiden, is to set them equal to each other. So how would I write that down? What problem would I write down?
20x plus 11 equals 25x minus 14.
Equals, right? 25x minus 14. So we're setting it equal to each other. So Anthony, I need you to stop. It's not even up yet. I need you to do this on a piece of paper. So we're going to draw our bars. I got X's on both. So you're writing this down. You're doing it. You didn't. I don't think anyone did it correctly except for one person. So you're going to set it equal to each other. You're doing it now. I want to put this on your next test, and then the test after that. Let's put it on every do now next week. Okay, what do I move?
The 11.
You're gonna. I would move the X's all to one side. Together. So do I want to move the 20x or the 25x?
25.
Always move the smaller one.
That's crazy.
If you move the bigger one, you're going to end up dealing with negatives. And no one wants to do that. So which one's the smaller one? 20. 20x. How do I move the 20x together?
Add 20x to the other one.
Okay, so if I do 20x here, does this give me 0? No. What's the goal? To make it 0. So what do I have to do?
Subtract 20x from both sides.
When you're doing this math and you write plus 20x, don't just go like a robot and do it. Go think about it like, wait, I just did 20x plus 20x, but I want 0.
So then be 11 equals 45x minus 14, right?
Something like that.
5x.
So you have 11 is equal to,
Subtracted.
you subtracted, that's why it's important to show work. And what would you get?
5.
5x minus 14. You should totally 100% know what to do from here. And go, wow, I can't believe it was that easy.
You have a mini fridge?
Oh, but it's been hiding all along.
I've had it since the other room.
Oh, I remember when she had it in the other room, but I don't know.
But,
My bag.
We don't do that much practice.
yeah, I know.
So it's equal.
So you want more practice. Yep. See how, like, not very hard this is? But what you had to remember for this was your basic skills from here. Vertical angles. They're equal to each other. They're equal to each other. All right. Very well.